The Leave Your Legacy podcast is brought to you by Covenant Workplace Solutions. Covenant is a full-service workplace mental health and wellness partner, helping organizations across the country strengthen the lives of their employees and the families they go home to every day. Your employee assistance program should raise the bar, not simply check the box. And Storyline Multimedia. Storyline is an Iowa City-based media company that creates high-quality video, photo, and audio for local businesses. They produce a number of great podcasts, including this one. If you're interested in sharing your story, please contact them at storylinemultimedia.com. And remember, your story matters. Hello and welcome to the Leave Your Legacy Show. I'm your host, Kenyon Murray, and I am so happy to be back in the studio. And I'm really excited to be talking about what I'm talking about today. And I think it's kind of maybe a silly title, but I think we've all heard it. And today we're going to talk about how sharing is caring. And the reason I say that is because for anybody that doesn't know our story, we have been so blessed since 2020, honestly, since 2020, talk about COVID. But 2020 was one of those years where our boys actually realized one of their dreams of being able to come to the University of Iowa and play on the basketball team. Obviously, as a former Iowa player myself, they are what you call legacy recruits. And so we really started, as I look back, like that's kind of the starting point of what I want to talk about when you look at how we have been blessed as a family. And so I think when it comes to your blessings, you have to, one, acknowledge the fact that you have them, right? Like people can see everything from the outside, but we truly have been blessed with a platform to help so many people. People talk about the money that professional athletes make and this and the other thing, but when you have two that have made it, so with Chris and Keegan both, the odds of one person making it to the NBA, I think this says like it's a 0.001% chance of any college basketball player has an opportunity to play in the NBA, and we have two, which is crazy. And it's also crazy at this point in time that there is actually 5 sets of identical twins in the NBA. In the course of the entire NBA, since it's been going on, there's only been 8 sets of twins, of identical twins in the NBA, and right now the NBA has 5. So I know a lot of silly statistics there, but getting back to the blessing, like it's one of those things that once you get there and you see, your family's doing well or better, it's like, what do we do with it? You see so many professional athletes, 5 years after they're done in their sport, they're broke. Or they hear about this athlete who, has been robbed of this money or taken that money. One of the things that we wanted to make sure that we did is with this opportunity that we would be able to give back to those that have helped us, whether that's individuals or a community as a whole. So we realize that our gifts, our blessing is not just for us. And so with that, we go to a mindset of what can I give? How can I give back? And one of the things that we did is we established the Murray Foundation. And our mission is that we want to connect, support, and uplift families in our community by providing access to vital resources and opportunities. Because one of the things that we're finding is that the opportunities aren't there for everybody. How can you create those points? How can you create those entry points, right? What resources, knowledge that's needed, not necessarily play like my boys play, but how do we put families in a better position to grow and thrive? And that's really what we're trying to do. The world we live in right now, it's so important that people understand and know the resources that are available for them to be able to, one, get through, high school, 2, get to college if that's the way they want to go. If they want to go into the trades, like how do we help people do that? And so we know with the platform that we have, we're able to do that. And so our big thing is how do we get back to our community? So we know that sharing our blessing can help build community strength. When one person or one organization shares what they have, you're talking about time, money, mentorship, it multiplies and it's a positive impact, not only on maybe that direct family that you're helping, but on the community. Our foundation is creating a facility. It's called the Corda Sports Center. It is more than just a facility for athletic performance. It will become a pillar of opportunity, growth, and community. Through this kind of investment by our family and so many other organizations and people in the community, we know that this community will gain a place, a resource, and a vision for youth development as well as their family. We're so happy that we were able to partner with the Iowa Barnstormers, rebrand the organization into Murray Elite Basketball. And our mission there is to help develop athletes beyond just sports. We know that there's going to come a time when that basketball stops bouncing, that soccer ball isn't kicked anymore, that volleyball isn't spiked anymore. We know that when that time comes, we want to make sure that we are adding to the young men and women that come through our program, come through our doors, and we're helping them be successful after the sport. Now, the sport can do a lot to help get them where they want to go, but are we giving them the tools that once it's time to hang those up, that they're able to continue and be successful? That takes discipline, it takes teamwork, it takes resilience. But when we share our blessings, our vision, our resources, we strengthen the whole community and not just ourselves. So we know that pouring into these young people, pouring into their families, that's something that is going to be what we call generational influence. We're creating something that once we're gone from this world, we know we'll be able to continue, because what we're doing is, it's not just us. When you talk about giving back to the community, we've been able to put together multiple nonprofits, multiple city entities, and organizations and companies that are willing to give their time, energy, and effort to this project, to give their time, energy, and effort to the people in our communities. And when you can bring people like that together, you know that you're going to create a lasting change that can survive generations. Now, why do we do it? Because we know that uplifting others is a way for us to, one, give homage to God, really walking and living in the purpose that He has for us. So Scripture often teaches us that we're blessed to bless others. Matthew 5:16 says, "Let your light shine." Sharing our blessings is an act of faith and obedience. It aligns our life with purpose and divine design. The Murray Elite Basketball program doesn't simply train athletes, it empowers young athletes to reach their full potential on and off the field and court and in life. Now, one thing you're going to know about me is I am not afraid to talk about my faith. And our blessings become channels of God's love. And when we pass them on, we fulfill part of our calling. So it's important for us to share as much as we can, as often as we can, because we know that those that we share our blessings with will be blessed as well. We're giving them those opportunities, and we're giving them access where there was none before. Many in our communities are disadvantaged or lack access to facilities, mentorship, safe environments, food, like so many things that we just take for granted day in and day out. Our facility and what we're doing in the community, trying to give and pass on the blessing that we have, it aims to serve every child, regardless of their background, and we'll give access to resources that foster discipline, teamwork, and excellence. Murray Elite's mission, as well as our foundation's mission, is to create a supportive community. And how we're going to do that is we're going to share ideas, we're going to share time, we're going to share resources. And I think by doing that, not only do we help inspire the next generation, we help give them such a solid foundation that they will be able to duplicate what we're doing now. We're helping level the playing field. And through this partnership, we know that we can create an unbelievable community here in Eastern Iowa. Now, we've talked about sharing blessings and we talked about community, but we really believe that sharing our blessings inspire and will inspire a culture of generosity and mentorship. When people witness blessings being shared, it sets an example. Others are inspired to give, to mentor, to serve. In the youth community, we know that our Murray Elite coaches, they'll help model leadership, help build character, and provide an example of excellence. And that ripples out not only to the players that they serve on a day-to-day capacity, but also to their families. One thing that we know by giving ourselves is that it can ignite many. Sharing what you have today plants seeds for future leaders, givers, and mentors. It's so important that we set the example for the next generation, because if you think about it, that next generation is going to be taking care of us. So we have the opportunity to create a foundation that they can thrive in and understand what it's going to take in order to transform their communities in the future. Now, when we uplift our community, it creates an impact and a legacy. It's not just about one athlete, one family, or one building. It's about a legacy of transformed lives and communities. Now, what can you do? I know that I've talked, I hope very inspiringly, about how we want to give back, but what can you do? So remember, what blessing God has given you that you're currently holding on to instead of sharing? Think about that. It doesn't have to be big. It can be small. But there is some way that you're being blessed. It may not be financial. It may be in information. It may be in a position that you're holding that maybe you can share with a young person that can help inspire them. So what is it? You got to give it away. Who in your community lacks access or opportunity? And how might you use your resources to help that person? How might you become a mentor, supporter, or advocate? There's a lot of different ways. So please go to themurrayfoundation.org or murrayleaguebasketball.com. And you can check out what we're doing and how you can connect. Whether it's through monetary donation, volunteerism, we're always looking for people in our community to help. So what I'm going to ask you to do is to commit this week to one action of sharing, whether it's a donation, a volunteer hour, or a conversation with a young person. Remember, sharing is a step forward to uplift your community. And when we uplift others, we live out the blessing God has placed on us. I love this quote, and I've quoted it so many times, but it's from Carmelo Anthony's Hall of Fame speech. And he said, "Your legacy is not what you leave behind. It's who you lift up." Who are you lifting up today? I'm Kenyon Murray. Thanks for joining us. And until next time, let's keep connected.